Hello students, let's talk about paint procedure. To paint, you need permission, paint shirt, placemat, paintbrush, paint, your art, your brain, and patience. Once you have received permission, you can start to get your material. Paint shirts are over here, next to this. Grab a paint shirt. The best way to wear a paint shirt is backwards, like this. It actually protects your clothes that way. Placemats are over here. Grab a placemat. Paintbrushes are a little tricky. Some of them may be stored next to the sinks where they're still drying out. Some of them may be here, already put away. They should be sorted by size though to make it easier for you to find the brush size that you'd like. These cups should be the smallest brushes. This should be the medium-sized brushes, and the largest brushes should be in here. Although as I look at them right now, I can tell that they haven't been sorted correctly. When you're actually ready to get your paint, make sure you check the color mixing chart. This will help you mix any colors that you don't know how to make. Also, only take the color that you're actually going to use. If you're about to paint your grass, only get green. If you're about to paint your sky, only take blue and maybe white. Do not fill up your tray with all 5 of the colors because you probably will only use 1 or 2 of the colors that day. Today, I'm only going to use a little bit of black. So I've gotten a little bit of the black on my wax paper, and I'm going to grab a really small brush to use. Now, when I look at my station, I've got my placemat, my paintbrush, my paint, my art, my paint shirt, my brain, and I know I'm going to be patient with myself as I work on this project. So, I'm ready to go. Painting, 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 painting. Paint, 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 I'm painting, painting. I sure love painting, here I'm painting. Have you ever painted before? It's fun. I'm done painting. It is time to clean up. The first thing I'm going to take care of is this paintbrush. Paintbrushes, when they have paint on them, go inside these buckets in the sink. There's a bucket in each of the sinks, and make sure you put some water in there with them if there's not already water in there. The next thing I'm going to do is pick up my art very carefully and set it wherever Miss Lane told me to set it, which I know I want these to go on these middle tables here. Now it's time to clean my paint tray. So I'm going to pick up that wax paper and I'm going to throw it in the trash can. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This paint tray that I was using now is completely dry. Even though it's covered in paint, it's not wet paint. So now I can take it and add it back to the stack at this basket. This placemat can go right back where I found it. Right here. Now I can take my paint shirt off and I can go hang it back up on the hook. I do not just lay it across the hooks like this. That looks terrible. Find the collar of the paint shirt and I actually hang it on the hook. Ta-da! Now that I've cleaned up my station, I can help others around me clean up their things. And then after that, I can work on cleaning the paintbrushes at the sink if no one else is doing that. Or I could grab a washcloth and wipe off any paint on the table or floor. If no one else is cleaning paintbrushes, this is a job you can do. If someone else is doing it though, then you'll just have to do it next time. Paintbrushes, you can clean them by flipping over that bucket and turning the water on. I've used hot glue to draw textures on the bottom of these buckets that make it easy for you to paint the bottom of the bucket and get all the paint out of the bristles. Once all the water is clear as you're cleaning it, then you know all the paint is out of the brush. So this one is clean. Turn the water off and set it hair in the air up in the cup. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, ever put your paintbrushes down like this. That is how we ruin our paintbrushes. Never, ever, ever put them hair down like this. This is a problem that we're having a hard time remembering because if I go back to my dry paintbrushes over here, right away I can find at least one that is upside down. Do not store paintbrushes upside down. The last thing I want to remind you of is that this classroom is not just yours and that you need to take care of it. And when your whole class is in here, you are responsible for every part of the room, not just your area. If you're not doing anything, you need to be helping someone else out by helping them clean up their stuff, wiping down their table spot, looking for paint on the floor, just filling in wherever the need is. There should never, ever, ever be someone just standing around with nothing to do. This is not social hour. Take care of this room or you lose your paint privilege.